Day 2 and the final day of Kawira Mwangaza hearing at the Senate that is set to seal her fate. The governor took the opportunity to defend herself on the 7 counts leveled against her, while naming Deputy Governor Mpuru Aburu and CS Lunturi as those waging a war against her. According to her, there has been a concerted effort to coerce MCAs to impeach her on grounds that she is a woman and she is not supposed to be on the leadership front.
Pressure has been mounted to members of County Assembly of Meru by the same leaders, as we have seen, and they had no option apart from adopting an impeachment motion.
The assertions were strongly opposed by MCA's council.
Alluded to the fact that
At one point, the governor was moved to tears as video evidence appearing to demean her was played at the Senate, which cast doubt on her fertility.
Because it has been done by so many men, and now they are ready, as members of parliament, him being the leader, to do that to me. And he has recruited so many young men for the purpose of that Kawira movement.
At the same time, she denied charges on misappropriation of funds where at least 78 million shillings is said to have been lost under unscrupulous payments related to her family, and some awarded where services were not rendered.
Clarifications or questions?
The governor denied that she adopted a don't care attitude after the Senate saved her last time.
Kabati means like accelerating to the fullness of everything, that is highest speed possible. And then Kaende is non-stop. That means that the development will be non-stop and at a very high speed.
The morning session of the Assembly saw a charged House call out for the impeachment of Public Service Cabinet Secretary Moses Kuria.
Because at every given opportunity, he has done nothing other than embarrass the appointing authority. In fact, it is my submission, Mr. Speaker, that the earlier CS Moses Kuria is let off his duty, the better for this administration, Mr. Speaker.
We have the power, Mr. Speaker, to tell the President that indeed such a CS like Moses Kuria should be fired, if not yesterday, today in the morning, Mr. Speaker.
After this process is done, I would request that Moses Kuria is called back to this House, is brought before us so that we can discipline him. Otherwise, he is an embarrassment to the people who voted for the Kenya Kwanza government.
Kuria, in a late-night tweet on Tuesday, singled out 13 senators he alluded had been compromised. The senators were asked to address their concerns through the National Assembly.
If he was brought to this House, he would definitely be impeached. And Mr. Speaker, I want to urge the members of the other House, because they are the ones who have the responsibility of censuring and sending home cabinet secretaries, to take serious judicial notice of the conduct of this particular cabinet secretary. And this House, through the relevant committee, can come up with resolutions that can then be used to move the other House to discuss his conduct.
Moses Kuria ran away with money belonging to Parliament. He should actually be brought to answer questions about those things and removed from his position, because for me, really, there's nothing that brings me greater joy than being proven right about the things that I've said about this.
Mr. Speaker, sir, that tweet was in bad taste. It paints senators as cheap people who have no cognitive abilities to make interpretation of the matters that are before us and make a sober decision that is in the interest of the Constitution and the people of Kenya.
You may not be able to have that latitude to make a final resolution to send the Honorable CS home. But your recommendation to the other House will have a lot of weight.
Martin Opio, K24 TV, Nairobi.